Good morning, class 2. It's your science book, Paramount Science Awareness 2. Lesson number 16, page number 88, and the topic is water. First of all, I will give you a little introduction about water. That all living thing needs water to live, and water comes from the rain that fills up our lake, rivers, and pond. But the water in lakes, river and ponds should be clean before use because dirty water can cause illness. So as we all know that water is a precious gift of Allah Pak, so we should take care of water and don't waste it. So let's start our chapter. So first of all we will discuss why we need water in our daily routine. So we need water to live. We cannot live without water. Plants, animals, and human beings require water every single time to perform different sort of functions. For example, human beings need water to bath. We need water for drinking purpose. We need water for washing purpose. We need water for cooking purpose and much more. Similarly, different plants and animals require water for their growth. Now the question arises where the water comes from. So water basically comes from rain. Here you can see the clouds and it's raining. So some of the rain water goes under the soil and it's get collected deep down in the earth. So we can bring out those water by digging well or tube wells. Rainwater also fills up the lakes, rivers and ponds. As you can see, this river water is filled with rainwater and this river water flows into the sea. So students, tell me in which month the rain occurs? Basically in Pakistan, we get rain from July to September. During other months there is not much rain, so we should store water for further use throughout the year. So now the question arises that how should we store the water throughout the year? So it's very clear we should build dam. So now what is dam? Now tell me what is dam? Basically, dam is a barrier built to control the flow of water. It's a barrier and it's control the flow of water. We store river water by making dams. So basically dams are used to store the river water which hold the water in the reservoir. It not waste the water, it basically stores the water. Here you can see these are the reservoirs, and reservoirs is a man-made lake used to store water. And these canals supply water from rivers and reservoirs to far away places. And water which is supplied to our home is stored in large tanks. Water from lakes and rivers and ponds is not clean enough. It contains a lot of germs and dirt that is released from the houses or the factories. As you can see, the waste products and dirts and germs are releasing from different houses and factories. And this dirty water makes our whole water dirty. So we should avoid intaking this dirty water because it makes us ill. So there are different type of filters and machines that is used to get the water clean. So the dirt is removed and the germs are killed by different chemicals and filters, and then the water is supplied to our homes. So clean water is very precious, so we should not waste it and we should use it wisely. So now, hope so you have better understand this chapter reading. Now I will give you some key points to remember the chapter. That all living things need water to live. Water comes from the rain. Here you can see the water is coming from the rain. And we build dams to store the water just like this. These are dams. And drinking dirty water can make us ill. As you can see, it's a dirty water because of the released dirts and germs from the houses and factories. So water should be clean before it is supplied to our homes. So now let's do the bookwork of this chapter. So let's get started. Exercise 1. Put a tick for true and a cross for false. A. Only some living things need water to live. So students, now you people tell me, only some living things requires water to live? It is very obvious that all living things, not some of the living things require water, but all living things require water. Just like we require water for bathing purpose, we require water for drinking, we require water for washing clothes, we require water for cooking and many other functionings. And plants require water for their growth purpose, and animals also want water for their survival. A. Only some living things need water to live. So it is false because all living things need water to live. B. River water flows into a sea. Yes, it is very obvious. We have also discussed that river water is flowing into the sea. So it is correct. So B. River water flows into the sea. So it's true. C. Dams prevent river water from flowing away. So as we have already discussed that dams stores our water, so it prevents the river water to flow or waste. So here we can write it as tick, means dam prevent river water from flowing away. It's true. D. Water that looks clean will not have any germs in it. As we have already discussed that different factories and homes releases some sort of material that make our water dirty. If the water looks clean, so it means that it has less amount of germs and dirt in it. So we should use clean water. That's why we should always filter and use different chemicals to clean our water from dirt and germs. So D. Water that looks clean will not have any germs in it. So it's false. The water that looks clean can contain some germs and dirt particle in it. So we should use filter and different chemical to clean our water. So here we will write false. So now we will do the question answers of this chapter. So let's get started. So exercise 1, answer these questions. Question number 1, why do plants and animals need water? So it is very obvious. Now you people tell me that why plants and animals need water? As we have already discussed that all living things requires water for their survival, and without water they cannot live. So all plants and animals need water for their survival. Different animals, plants and human beings need water for their growth, for their survival and for other functioning. So in the answer we can write it as plants and animals need water to live. Question number 2, why do we build dams? So as we have already discussed that dam stores the water, it does not allow all the water to flow. So it is basically used for the storing of water, storing purpose. So we can write it as that we build dam to store the water. Question number 3, how does water from homes and factories make river dirty? So as we have already discussed that different dirty stuff and water is released from factories and houses into the river that make the river water dirty. So in the answer we can write it as dirty water from our homes and factories flows into the river, which makes the river water more dirty. Question number 4, how can we bring out the water deep down in the earth? So it is very obvious. We have already discussed about it. Some of the rainwater goes under the soil and it collects deep down into the earth. So we can bring out this water by digging wells and tube wells. Here you can see it's a tube well and it supplies water. So we can write it as that we can bring out this water by digging wells and tube wells. Question number 5, water from lakes and rivers is first taken to the water works before it is supplied to your home. Why? So it is very very clear. We have already discussed. Now you people tell me why the water from lakes and rivers is first supplied to the filter or machine or waterworks for their cleanliness. Then it is supplied to our homes. Yes, the waterwork consists of different chemicals and filter. The filter removes the dirt while the chemicals cleans the germs or kill the germs, so the water becomes clean. Then the clean water is supplied to our houses because dirty water can cause illness. So we can write it as the dirt is removed and germs are killed in the waterworks to clean the water. Now I will repeat all the question answers for you people. Question number 1. Why do plants and animals need water? Plants and animals need water for their living or survival. Question number 2. Why do we build dams? We build dams to store the water. Question number 3. How does water from homes and factories make the river dirty? So in the answer we can write it as dirty water from our homes and factories flows into the river, which makes the river water dirty. Question number 4. How can we bring out the water deep down in the earth? So we can write it as that we can bring out the water by digging wells and tube wells. Question number 5. Water from lakes and rivers is the first taken to the waterworks and then before it is supplied to our home. Why? So we can write it as that dirt is removed and germs are killed in the waterworks to clean the water.